classification called which one? Sets. Okay, sets are there. I said collections are classified. Collections are classified into different categories. What is the first category? Sequences. What is the second category? Sets. What is the third category? Mappings. So in first category, we have seen three: list, range, and tuple. So next we'll talk about sets and then mapping, and again we'll come back to the sequences, and then we'll learn what is a bytes and byte array and string. Okay, na? Right. So I'm talking about sets here. Okay, sets out there. So you can, I think you know it. Sets are derived from mathematics. Okay, mathematical sets only. Okay. So generally sets are unordered collections. Okay, here sets are unordered collections. Unordered means don't think that ascending order, descending order. Okay, unordered means the order of insertion will not be the same. Okay. See, order of insertion will not be the same. That is called as which one? Unordered. Order of insertion will not be the same. That is called as which collection? Unordered collection. See, what is the meaning of this here? For example, list is there. For example, in list, how the data is organized. Suppose I create a list. It is ordered collection. So where I'll say 10, 20, 30, and there is a 40, and there is one more value called 50. How these elements will be stored in the list in the same order? How it is stored in the list in the same order? So in first location, it will store 10. In the second location, it will store what? 20. In third location, it will store 30. In fourth location, it will store 40. In fifth location, it will store what here? 50. So is it the data is stored in the same order or different order? Same order. Because of that, list is called as which collection? Ordered collection. So the way how you are adding, in the same way it is added in the list. But for example, if you take a set, set is not ordered. It is what? Unordered. Unordered means, suppose within the set, if you are writing elements like this, okay, 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. So how it will store in the set? It is not stored in the same order. It may store first 30, next it may store 20, next it may store 40, and then next it is stored what here? 10. So is it order of storing these elements within the set is same? No. So because of that, you are saying it as which collection? Unordered collection. So where insertion order will not be the same. Okay, see how you are storing the values into the set. First you added 10, 20, 30, and 40. What is the first element? 10. Second element is 20. Third element is 30. And fourth element is what? 40. But is it these values will be stored in the same order in the set? No. But is it values will be stored in the same order in the list? Yes. So here insertion order is, okay, set is unordered collection. So where insertion order is, insertion order is not what here? Preserved or not same. Insertion order is not preserved or not same, right? So set is an unordered collection where insertion order is not preserved or same. Okay. Yes. And set is set doesn't allow. Set doesn't allow. Okay. Set doesn't allows which objects here? Duplicate objects. So where you cannot store duplicate objects. For example, if you take a list, so within the list, you can store which objects? Duplicates. I can say 10, 10, Okay, 20. So is it duplicates are allowed in the list or not? Yes. But when it comes to the set, within the set, I cannot store which objects, duplicate objects. If I'm writing 10, comma 20, comma 30, comma 10, so how many times is 10 is added here? 2 times, right? But how many times it is added? Only 1 time. Okay, if you add it 2 times, then within the set it is added how many times? Only 1 time. So some 10, 30, and what is that? 20. Because order is not same. The insertion order will not be the same, right? So set doesn't allows. Set doesn't allows what here? Duplicate. Set doesn't allow duplicate objects. Okay. And in set, okay, data is stored. Data is stored using, okay, using one data structure, using one data structure called, what is the name of that data structure is hashing. So set uses one data structure, set uses one data structure for storing the data. And what is the data structure it uses for storing the data? Okay, so there is one data structure called hashing. So there is one data structure. And what is the name of the data structure? So the name of the data structure is hashing. Hashing data structure is used for storing what here? Data. Hashing data structure is used for storing the data or for organizing the data. Okay, right? So that is what we mean by unordered. So if you see the Python definition of the sets, okay, if you see the Python definition of sets, so this is what Python definition is. So where you can use a sets is this. Now you can use a sets, you can use a sets to represent a group of objects where duplicates are not allowed. For example, set of names. If you take set of names where duplicate names are not allowed, set of email IDs where duplicate email IDs are not allowed. In application development, you always use a set, okay, to group individual objects where duplications are not allowed. And not only that, to perform some mathematical operations, to perform some mathematical operations like intersection, union, okay, difference, symmetric difference. If you want to perform these operations, even you can come to which one? Sets. Not only that, it is also used for removing duplicates from what? Sequences. For example, list is there. List allows duplicates or not? Yes. I want to remove the duplicates from the list. How can I remove the duplicates from the list? By converting list into what? Set. By converting list into a set, from list you can remove what? Duplicates. From list you can remove the duplicates. Now you can see a set object is unordered collection of distinct hashable objects. Okay, a set object is unordered collection of distinct hashable objects and common usages including see here, membership testing. Membership testing means membership is nothing but finding it whether a given element is there or not, or a given element is occurred how many times. Frequency count that might be useful in what? When you are performing some statistical operations. You want to know one value is repeated how many times within the collection. So that you call it as what here? Membership testing. And it is also used for removing duplicates from what? Sequences. And performing some and computing mathematical operations such as intersection, union, difference, and symmetric difference. So all these operations, all these operations, all these operations, you can do it. All these operations, you can do it by using which one here? Set. So this is a Python definition of a set is a set object A set object is unordered collection of distinct hashable objects. Unordered collection of distinct hashable objects and common usages including membership testing and removing duplicates from a sequence and computing mathematical operations such as intersection, union, difference, and one more is what here? Symmetric difference. Now, even these operations, you can do it by using which one here? Sets. Okay, these operations you can do it even by using the sets, right? So please just try to understand. But within the set, you can store which objects here. Within the set, you can store which objects here? Hashable objects. You can store which objects here? Hashable objects. So what is hashable object? Okay, what is hashable object? Okay, so all immutable objects, all immutable objects are called which objects? Hashable objects. Okay, all immutable objects. For example, so integer is there, which is called as immutable. Float is there, which is called as what? Immutable. Complex is there, which is called as what? Immutable. Okay, string is a immutable. Okay, and range is a immutable. Okay, now, and in the same way, what is that here? Bytes is immutable. Even if you are talking about frozen set is also immutable and tuple is also immutable. All these are which objects here? Immutable objects. And all immutable objects are which objects here? Hashable objects. And hashable objects are used. Okay, hashable objects are used. Okay, used to store. Okay, hashable objects are used. Okay, hashable objects are used in hash-based data structures. Hashable objects are used in which data structures? Hash-based data structures. It means set how set will organize the data. Set organize the data by using which data structure? Hashing data structure. How the set will organize the data? A set organize the data by using which data structure? Hashing data structure. Okay, hashing is one data. What is data structure? Is a method of organizing. Okay, so set is not a sequence data type. Set is which data type? Non-sequence means it is not index based. Okay, set is what here? Non-sequence data type. Set is a non-sequence data type, and all non-sequences data types are what? Non-index based collection. It means you cannot read and write. You cannot read and write with the help of what? You cannot read and write with the help of what? Index. Because sequences are ordered. Ordered means you can read it using position. Unordered means you cannot read it by using what? Position. Okay. So these sets are not ordered. These are what? Unordered. So you cannot read these values by using what? Position. Okay. So hashable objects are used in which data structures? Hash-based data structure. So set uses which data structure? Hash-based data structures. Hash-based data structures for organizing. Hash-based data structure for organizing. What you are organizing here? Objects. Okay. Set uses hash-based data structure for organizing objects. But within hash-based data structure, which objects you can add? Only hashable objects. So these hashable objects generate one value which is called as hash value. Hashable object generate which value? Hash value. An object which generate which value? Hash value is called hash value or hash code. Hash value or hash code is called which object here? Is called as which object here? Hashable object. An object which generate hash value, an object which generates hash value or hash code is called as which object here? Hashable object. Hashable object. An object which generate hash value or hash code is called as an hashable object. Okay, yes. But is it all the objects generate hash code? No. Which objects generate hash code? Immutable objects. Immutable objects generate hash code or hash value. Now, what is hash code? What is hash code? What is hash code or what is okay hash value? What is hash code or what is a hash value? Okay. So what is hash code or what is a hash value? So hash code is an integer value. Hash code is an integer value which is used in hash based which is used in hash based data structures which is used in hash based data structures for finding which one position for finding the position or what is that key. What is hash value? Hash value is an integer value. Hash code is an integer value which is used in hash based data structures for finding position or what key. You are finding the position or key by using which value? Hash value. But this hash value is generated for only which objects? Hashable objects. So all which objects are hashable objects? All immutable objects are called hashable objects. Once it find the position by using one object, that position will not be changed. Because of that, hashable objects are mutable or immutable? Immutable. Okay, once it generate hash value of one object, that hash value will not be changed because that hash value is used for finding which one position or what is that key. So what will happen? How can you find the hash value of the object? There is one function is there. What is the name of the function? Hash. There is one function is there. What is the name of the function? Hash. Hash function is used to find which value? Hash value. Hash value of which one? Object. Okay. So what is the name of the function? Hash. Okay. This function returns the hash value of the object. This function returns hash value of which one? Object. Just here. I'm saying hash value of what is the hash value of 10? 10. Okay. What is the hash value of 10? Suppose a equal to 20. What is the hash value of a? 20. Means which value is used as a hash value? Object value is used as what? Hash value. Because here 10, 20 are which type? Integer type. Because hash value is which type? Integer. So which value is used as a hash value? Object value is used as what here? Hash value. Suppose if you are taking some C, okay, C equal to some 1.5. Is it hash value is a integer value or float value? Hash value is which value? Hash value is which value? Integer value. Okay, but what is the value of C? 1.5. Okay, if I'm saying hash of C, so hash value is integer value or not? Yes. Now this is a hash value of which object? Float object. This is a hash value of which object? Float object. But is it this hash value is integer or not? Yes. Okay. In the same way, I'm saying D equal to ABC. Now, what is the value of D? ABC. Now, string is mutable or immutable? Immutable. For this, is it hash value will be there or not? Yes. If I'm saying hash of D, now this is a hash value of which object? D object. Suppose there is a tuple is there. Is it tuple is mutable or immutable? Immutable. If I'm saying hash value of tuple, this is hash value of which one? Tuple. But how it generate these hash values? Now internally, each object uses one formula for generating which one? Hash value. But when it comes to the integer, which value is used as a hash value? Integer value is used as a hash value. Because other types, because hash value is integer, right? But what is my object is float. Then it should generate the hash value for this float object or not? Yes. But how it will generate? By using some formula, right? Okay. So when two objects are, this hash value is always generated by using one rule. Okay. This hash value is generated by using one rule here. This hash value is generated based on one rule. Okay. What is that rule is? If two objects are equal, according to, if two objects are equal according to double equal operator, If two objects are equal according to double equal operator, it should generate same, which value? Hash value. If two objects are equal according to double equal operator, then it should generate the same hash value. It should generate the same hash value. For example, I'm writing A equal to 10 and B equal to what? 10. Is it this both the objects are equal or not equal? Equal. Suppose if I'm saying A double equal to B, is it value of A and B are same or different? Same. Then it should generate same hash value or different hash value? Same hash value. Hash value of A is 10. Hash value of B is also 10. Suppose if I'm writing X equal to 1.5 and Y equal to 1.5, X double equal to Y, is it this both are equal or not equal? Equal. Then hash value of this both the objects should be what? Same. Hash value of X and hash value of what? Y. Okay, suppose if I'm writing A equal to NIT and B equal to NIT, if I'm saying A double equal to B, is it hash value of A and B are same or different? Same. Hash of A and this is hash of which one? B. Is a larger value, that's the reason it's taken negative. But actually hash value will be positive only. Okay now. So if two objects are equal, suppose if I'm writing N1 is 10, okay, N2 is a 20, N1 double equal to N2. Is it this both are equal or not equal? Not equal. If I'm saying hash value of N1, what is the hash value of N1? 10. And what is the hash value of N2? 20. So if two objects are equal, then it should generate same hash value. But if two objects are equal, is it generated same hash value or not? Yes. But if two objects are not equal, is it generated same hash value or different hash value? Different hash value. So if two objects are equal, then it should generate same hash value. So this rule, this is called as object rule or object law. This is called as object rule or object law. So based on that, the Python will generate which values here? Hash values. Based on that, it will generate which values? Hash values. And this hash value is used, for storing objects in what? Hash based data structures. Okay. So how the data will be stored in the set here? Okay. So how to create a set here? You create a set. Okay, how to store or how to create a set? You create a set by writing elements within curly braces, like the way how you do in mathematics, right? In the same way, how you store the objects. How you create the set? You create the set like this. Some set 1 equal to curly braces. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Okay, so what is the order of storing? What is the order of creation? First you stored what here? 10. Second, what you stored? 20. Third is stored which one? 30. Then 40 and then what here? 50. But is it this order will be the same? If I say print set 1, what is the first it is stored? 50. Second is what? 20. Third is what? 40. Then next is 10 and next is what? 30. Is it stored in the same order or in different order? Different order. Okay. For example, if you take a list, now list is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So if I say print list 1, is it order of storing is the same or different? Same. So this is ordered collection and this is what? This is unordered. This is what? Order. What is the order of this sequence? Is it all this data is organized in which order? Sequential order. But is it organized in sequential order? No. First, what I stored in the set first 10, but what it is stored in the first 50. Is it order of adding is the same or different? Different. I added like this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. But how Python is added 50, 20, 40, 10 and what? 30. Is it order is the same or different? different. Order is not the same. Order is what here? Different. So first it is stored 50, then 20, then 40, then 10, and then what here? 30. Okay, but how it is stored these objects? How the objects are stored in the set? So set uses one data structure. Okay, set uses one data structure for storing it. Set uses one data structure for storing these objects. What is the data structure it uses is, it uses one data structure called hashing. Okay, it uses one data structure called which one? Hashing. Set organize objects. Okay, using one data structure called which one here? Hashing. According to hashing, so there is what here? Hash table. According to hashing, there is one hash table. In hash table, okay, each location is identified. Each location is identified with one unique number. Each location is identified with one unique number. Unique number called which one? Key. So set organize the objects using one data structure. How set organize the data? Using one data structure. And what is the name of the data structure? Hashing data structure. According to hashing, there is what here? Hash table. According to hashing, there is what? Hash table. And in hash table, each location is identified with one unique number. And what is that unique number is called a key. Each location is identified with one unique number, and that unique number is called as what here? Key. Okay, key. And this key is find. This key is find using, okay, using hashing algorithms. Using which algorithms? Hashing algorithms. So there are different hashing algorithms out there. Okay. Yes. For example, now suppose here, this is a hash table. Assume that this is a, now just to try to understand how the objects are stored in the set. Because in the list it is organized in what? Sequential. But whereas in set, is it organized in sequential? No. Because set is not ordered. Set is which one here? Unordered collection. Okay, set is unordered. See here. Now assume that this is a hash table. Okay, this is called as a hash table. Now, this is the underlying data structure used by, what? Set. How the data is stored in the set. So it uses one data structure called which one? Hash table, hashing. According to the hashing, there is one hash table is there. Okay, there is hash table, and each location in the hash table is identified with one unique number, and that number is called as what? Key. That number is called as what? Key. So there is 0, 1, 2, this is 3, and this is 4, and this is what here? 5. So what this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is called a key. And each location in the hash table, generally you call this as what here? Buckets. Each location is called as which one? Bucket. So in one bucket, you can put either one object or more than one object. Okay, then for example, I want to add 10. I want to add 10 inside what? Hash table. But where to add 10? Where to add 10? That is defined by which algorithm? Hashing algorithm. That is defined by which one? Hashing algorithm. So according to the hashing algorithm, suppose there is one hashing algorithm is there called There is one hashing algorithm called which one? Modular hashing. So what is the name of the algorithm? Modular hashing. This is one algorithm. According to this algorithm, always the position is find by using hash code of which one? Object mod. What is this here? Table size. Okay, mod table size. Okay, so key equal to hash code. Hash code of which one? Object mod. What is that here? Table size. Hash code of the object mod. Which size? Table size. Hash code of the object mod. Table size. Okay. Yes. For example, I want to add what I want to add 10. What is the hash value of 10? 10 only. What is the hash value of 10? Here we have seen, right? What is the hash value of 10? Hash value of 10 is what? 10. Okay. So 10 mod. 10 mod. What is the size of this table? 6. And 10 mod 6. What is the remainder? What is the remainder? 10 mod 6, what is the remainder? 4. It means where this 10 will be added in, which location it is added in? Fourth location. This 10 will be added in which location? Fourth location it is added. This 10 is added in which location? Fourth location it will add the 10. So 10 is added in fourth location. Okay, now then next, if I'm writing a key, suppose assume that I want to add which one? 20. 20 mod. What is the table size here? 6. 20 mod 6. What is the remainder? 2. Where this 20 get added in? Second location. This 20 is added in which location? Second. Now key is a 2, right? Then, but first we added what? First we added what? 10. Second we added what? 20. But in the hash table, which one is added first? 20. Next is added which one? 10. Suppose I want to add, for example, I want to add some 18. I want to add 18. 18 mod. 18 mod which one? 6. What is the remainder? 0. Where this 18 get added in? First location. This 18 is added in which location? First location. But how you added? Generally, first you added which one? 10. Second you added which one? 20. Third you added which one? 18. But which one is added first? 18. Next is what? 20. Next is what? 10. For example, I want to add one more object. Which object I want to add is 19. 19 mod. 19 mod 6. What is the remainder? 1. So this 19, I mean, this object is added in which location? First location, right? So is it adding in the same order or different order? Different order. But that order defined by which one? The order is defined by which algorithm? Hashing algorithm. So this is how the objects are stored in the set. But in one bucket, you can have either one object or more than one object. For example, okay, so 24 I want to add it. 24 mod 6. 24 mod 6. What is the remainder? 0. In 0 location already one object is there or not? Yes. So it will search. Is it this object is there in this bucket or not? Because is it set allows duplicates? No. Set it doesn't allow what? Duplicates. Now is it 24 is there in this bucket? No. Then what will happen? It will add one more object in the same location. You can say this will run internally list. Each bucket is called as one list, and this list is having one object or more than one object. More than one object. Suppose if you are adding, assume that I want to add a 10, 10 mod 6, 10 mod 6. What is the remainder? 4. So in fourth location, already one object is there or not? Yes. It will compare. Is it this 10 is there in this bucket or not? Is it 10 is there? Yes. What will happen? Will it add or doesn't add? Doesn't add, because set doesn't allows what? Duplicates. So set doesn't allows the duplicate. So this is how the objects are stored in what? This is how the objects are stored in what? Set. This is how the objects are stored in what here? Set. Right? Yes. I think 10 means 2, right? This is 2. One day, yes, 4 only. Yes. So this is how the objects are stored in the set. But is it order of storing is the same or different? Different. Why? Because it uses which data structure for storing? Hashing data structure. But according to the hashing, you can add only which objects? Hashable objects. But only hashable objects you can store it. But which objects are called hashable objects? The objects which generate which value? Hash value. The objects which generate hash value or hash code, that objects are called which objects? Hashable objects. So this is the internal mechanism of storing objects within the set. Okay, this is how the objects are stored in the set. Okay, right. So just for your knowledge, like why it is storing like this, because this is the data structure which it uses for storing objects within the set. Then how to create a set? Then how to create a set? You create a set in different ways here. How to create a set? You create a set in different ways. Now these are different ways in which you can create what here? Set. Now sets can be created in several ways, right? Set is created in several ways. Okay, listen here. Hello, listen, listen. నిన్నే ఏం చేస్తుంది కింద ఏముందమ్మా? మొబైల్ ఉందా? ఏముంది దాంట్లో? నిన్నేనమ్మా మొబైల్లో చూస్తున్నా. మేల్? విచ్ మెయిల్? పైథన్ మేలా? వీసా? వీసా మెయిల్. సో waiting, checking. Then how much time you'll check? Not opening. Then leave it here. Listen class. Very good. Very good answers. Definitely you'll get visa. Right? Okay. అందు గురించి కాన్సన్ట్రేట్ చేయట్లేదా? వీసా వస్తుందని నమ్మకం ఉందా? అదేనమ్మా, నువ్వు అది చూసుకోవాలంటే బయట పోయి చూసుకోవాలి. ఓకేనా? అవునా కదా? కాదమ్మా, నీకు వస్తుందని తెలుసు కదా, మెయిల్ వస్తుంది కదా. ఎటు పోతుంది మెయిల్? నీ బాక్స్లోనే ఉంటుంది. అది నా బాక్స్లోకి వస్తుందా? రాదు కదా. నీ బాక్స్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు నీ బాక్స్లోనే ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడైనా చూసుకోవచ్చు అది. ఇప్పుడు పొద్దున్న చూసుకొని పోవు కదా అక్కడికి. పోతావా? వీసా ఆఫీస్కి పోతావా? మరి పొద్దున్న నీ గురించి తెరిచి పెట్టరు కదమ్మా ఆడ. అంతేనా? తెలుగు వాళ్ళేనా అందరు? అర్థమైందా? సరే, చెప్తే అర్థం కాదు మళ్ళీ. So sets can be created by several means here. Use a comma separated list of elements within braces, right? So within the curly braces, or you can write. See, these are different ways in which you can create a set here. Okay, now, so within the curly brace, okay, now these are the strings are there, and within curly brace, you can also use which one? Comprehension. The way how you are creating a list comprehension, in the same way you can use what? Set comprehension, and use a type function. This is for converting other types into which type? Set a type. But there is no empty curly brace here. You cannot create. See, the note is there here. So empty curly brace. Okay, empty curly brace. Okay, empty curly brace. Empty curly brace doesn't represent what? Empty set. It doesn't represent empty set. It represent which one? Dictionary. Because curly brace also used for creating what? Dictionary. If you are writing empty curly brace, that doesn't represent a set, that represent which one? Dictionary. Okay. That doesn't represent set, but that represent what here? Dictionary. Okay, no. So just try to understand. Okay, empty curly brace doesn't represent empty set, but it represent empty dictionary here, right? Okay, suppose I'm writing A equal to curly brace. So this empty curly brace is a set or dictionary? Dictionary. So it means you cannot create an empty set. What you have here is you cannot create an empty set by using this curly brace. Okay, now empty curly brace, but you can create a set, empty set by using what? Set function, right? But here, when you're talking about sets, right? Now you have a two types of sets out there. One is a set, and one more is a empty frozen set. One is a set and one more is which one? Frozen set. Types of sets. Okay, how many types of sets are there? One is a set and one more is which one? Frozen set. Set is what here? Mutable. Frozen set is what here? Immutable. Set is a mutable. Frozen set is what here? Immutable. Right? Yes. So after creating set, you can do the addition, deletion, all this you can do it. But after creating frozen set, you cannot do addition, deletion, and all the things, right? Then how to create a set? Set can be created in different ways, but empty set you cannot create it by writing empty curly braces. But if you want to create an empty set, you take the help of which data type? Set data type. Now if I am saying type of B, okay, type of B, and B is which type here? Set type. B is a set type. Okay, B is which type here? Set type. Now this is empty set. Okay, type of A. No, so this is empty dictionary, and this is called as empty set. But you can also create a set by separating with what? Values. And these values are separated by using comma, right? So 10 comma, 10 comma, 10 comma, 10 comma, 10 comma, 10. How many times 10 is added? Only one time, because set allows duplicates. No, set doesn't allows what? Duplicates. So 10 is added how many times? Only one time. If I'm writing set it to equal to 10, so set it to equal to 10 comma 20 comma 10 comma 20 comma 30, 10 comma 20 comma 30. So how many times it is added? How many elements will be there? 3 elements. That is 10, 20, and 30. Okay. So because set it doesn't allow duplicates. So this order will not be the same. I said 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, okay, 60. Okay, then 40, 50, 60, and then 10, okay, 20, 30, 40. So how many objects will be added in the set? 6 objects. Okay, that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. But is it 50 is added 2 times or 1 time? 1 time only, because set it doesn't allow what? Duplicates. But is it order is the same? No. So this order is based on which data structure? Hashing data structure. This order is based on which data structure? Hashing data structure. Okay. Yes. So set can be similar type or set can be what? Different type. But in application development, always you create a set for storing which objects? Similar objects, because you'll say no, set of integers, set of set of names and set of some values, right? There is a name. This name is added how many times here? 2 times. But inside the set, will it is values added 2 times or only 1 time? 1 time. Because is a set allows duplicates? No. So set can be homogeneous or set can be what? Heterogeneous. But generally in set you store only comparable objects. Actually, see, duplicates means integer is compared with floater. No, integer is compared with what? Integer. Integer is not compared with the complex, right? And integer is not compared with what? String. Getting on. So duplicates means the objects must be similar type or different type? Similar type. Okay. So always in application development, a set is used for storing different objects or similar objects. Similar objects, but you can able to store what? But you can able to store what? Different objects. You can able to store which objects? Different objects also you can store it. Okay. Yes, you can create a set by separating with what? Comma. And you can also create a set by using other iterables. You can also create a set by using what? Other iterables. Okay, right? So this is how it is. Okay, I think you joined now only here. पहले से है अभी जॉइन हो गए सन का संस्कार बीच में आके बोलते हैं यार क्या यार आप डेफिनेशन में बोला ना मैं डेफिनेशन सुने जब मैं बोला संस्कार क्या बोला यार क्या बोला मैं डेफिनेशन में क्या बोला यार डेफिनेशन sir, I'm asking because it has same what same working who said here same working in mathematics you find arrays and sets both are same vectors and sets both are same vectors operation sets operation both are same in mathematics no kya yaar what then how you said it is same think behind here think behind what do you do in sets in sets you can do all these operations what operations you can do in the sets computing mathematical ये पूरा operations vectors में रहता है क्या intersection union difference symmetric difference can you represent a set as a matrix what year hello can you represent set as a matrix can you represent set as a matrix no which one you represent as a matrix list can you represent set as a matrix no yes or no so sets is having his own operations compared to which one yes then अभी समझ में आया सौरभ कौन है ना संस्कार आया समझ में आया yes एक ही नहीं है यार ये पूरा डिफरेंसेस ही है ना यार unordered distinct hashable objects common usages membership testing removing duplicates from sequences what operations you are doing using sets membership testing I want to know each value is repeated how many times in a given sequence okay then second one is removing duplicates from sequence and what is the third one doing some mathematical operations what operations you are doing like intersection union difference Can you do all this on the list? No. List is just like array, but set is not array, right? It is non-index base. It is not index base here. It is non-index base. It is not a sequence. It is not a sequence. Okay. You can convert other types into what? Set also. Set of. Now for that, you are using set function. For that, you are using set function. You are using set function. Now set function is used. Now if you are not supplying anything, then by default it will create with set empty set. Now print set 6 means the set is what, empty or not? Yes. The set is empty. When you print set 6, the set is empty here. Then I'm writing set 7 equal to set of. You can give what here? Range. So I'm creating a set by using what here? Range. Okay, how many values I'm storing in the set? 10 values. So 10 values is having how many values? 10 values. Okay, set 8. Set 8, or suppose there is a list which contain 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. Okay, so the list allows duplicates or not? Yes, list allows the duplicates. I want to remove the duplicates from list. What do you do it? Convert this list into what here? Set. Convert this list into a set. Then is it removed? Duplicates from the list or not? Yes. Then convert this list again back, this set again back to what? List. How you convert this set again back to the list? By using which function? List function. So this set is again back converted to what? List. Okay. So you can create it. Now set 9 equal to within double quotes A, B, C. How many characters are there in the string? 3 characters. So how many characters will be added in the set? 3 characters. So set is having how many strings now? 3 strings are there. One is A, B, and one more is a C. But is it order is the same or different? Different, because the storing is done based on which value? Hash value. The storing is done based on which value here? Hash value of the objects, right? So this is how you are trying to do it. Okay, right now this is a empty set, and this is used for converting existing sets. I mean existing collections into what? Set type. Okay, existing collections into the set type. Now set 10. So there is a tuple. I want to convert tuple into a set. So then I can use tuple, and there is a set 10, right? So this is converting tuple into what? Set. Then how can I read? Now this is creating what here? Set. How many ways can you create a set? 3 ways are there, but I explained only 2. This one and last one, but I have not explained the second one, because we'll see this second one, like you know already what is the meaning of comprehension. So we have seen list comprehension, right? The way how we did list comprehension, in the same way you can do which comprehension? Set comprehension also. The way how you are doing list comprehension, in the same way you can do which comprehension? Set comprehension, by writing within curly braces, right? Okay, right? Then how to read? Then how to read elements? We'll see all those operations. Then how to read objects from how to read objects from set. How can you read the objects from set? Is this set is index based or non-index based? Non-index based, right? Set is not index based. Set is which one? Non-index based collection. Set is not index based. Set is what here? Non-index based. Set is not index based. It is a non-index based. You have to understand here. For example, I created one set. I created one set like this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Can I read first value from the set by saying set 1 of 0? Na? Can I write set 1 of 0? Is a set is ordered or unordered? Unordered. Unordered means is a sequence or non-sequence? Non-sequence. If you are writing set 1 of 0, will you get first element? No. Rather than you'll get error. Okay, because set object is not subscriptive because it is not a list, right? It is not a sequence. So in sequence, you can read the data using position. Like in list, you can read the data using position. In tuple, you can read the data using its position. But here position is there. Is it order is the same or different? Different. Then you cannot read. You don't know in which position this value get stored. Then can you read by using position? No. So set is not index based, means sets doesn't support indexing and slicing. Sets doesn't support indexing and slicing. Indexing and slicing only for which data type? Sequence data types. Indexing and slicing only which data type? Sequence data types, but it is not for which one? Sets. So this generates what here? Error. If you are trying to read content of the set by using index, it will generate what? Error. Error saying that set object is not subscriptable. Set object is not subscriptable. Now that is an error. Then how to read? I said no. So for non-index based collections, you can read it. So content of set can be read using different methods or different approaches. The first one is using which one here? For loop. First one is using for loop. And second one is using, what is this object here? Iterator. And what is the third one here? Using enumerate. Okay. How many ways can you use the content of this? 3 ways. What is the first one is using? For loop. Second one is using iterator. Third one is using enumerate. You can read the content of the set using for loop, iterator, and one more is what? Enumerate. That is what I said. For non-index based collections, you use for loop, iterator, and what? Enumerate. Okay, for loop, iterator, and enumerate. For example, there is a set of values. So there is a set with some. Okay, there is a set with how many values? 9 values are there. Okay, I want to read all the values. How can I read all the values? Okay, so displaying values of what is this here? Set. How I display it? Using for loop. For value in what here? Set 1. For value in set 1 means every time you are reading one value from where? Set. So after reading the value, what you are doing? Print it. After reading the value, what you are doing it? Print it. So each time you are reading one. What is the first value? 10. 10 is assigned to which variable? Value and print it. 20 is assigned to which variable? Value and print it. 30 is assigned to which variable? Value and print. So each time it is reading how many values? One value. But is it read the values in the same order? No, because is it order is the same or different? Different. So once you run this, now you can see 70, 40, 10, 80, 50, 20, 90, 60, and one more value is what here? 30. You can read the values from the set by using for loop. So this is an example of reading objects from set using what here? For loop. For example, suppose assume that suppose you have a basic example of the sets. Now where exactly the sets are used here? If you see the so for example, now there are a number of examples over there. So assume that I want to count suppose Python program. See here, this is a program. This is a program here. So what is a program is Python program to count occurrences of elements in a list. Okay, I want to count occurrences of elements within the list. Okay, so count occurrences of elements within list. For example, now assume that this is a list is there. This is a list. Okay. Okay, assume that this is a list here. Each element is occurred how many times? For example, this is a list. So within this list, I have given the value of x is what here? 10. But 10 is there how many times? 1, 2, and one more is what? 3. But I want to know each element, not like this. Okay. Okay. But I want to know each element is occurred how many times. For example, so if you take this is a list, input list is there. So what is the input list here? This is the input list, which is having 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3 and some 4, 5. Okay. And 2, 3. Okay. Some 6 and 7 and then 4. How many times 1 is there? 1 is there how many times? 1 time. 1 is there how many times? 1 time. And 2 is there how many times? 2 is there how many times? 2 times. And 3 is there how many times here? 3 is there how many times? 2 times. And 4 is there how many times? 2 times. And 5 is there how many times? 1 time. So I want to count occurrence of an element in a list. So is it this is frequency count or not? Yes. Then how can I find out this? Okay, assume that this is a list. Okay, assume that this is a list. This is a list is there. This is a list 1. So first what you have to do is you have to remove the duplicates from this list. How can you remove the duplicates from the list? By converting this list into what here? Set. How can you remove the duplicates from the list? By converting this list into what? Set. After that, every time you read one value from where? Set. And count how many times that value is there. By saying list 1 dot count. List is provided one method. What is the method is provided? Count. What you are counting inside the list? Value. What is suppose if the value is 1, it will count how many times 1 is there in the list. Okay, then you print. What do you print? Value. What do you print here? Value along with the, what it print here? Count. It will print a value along with the count, right? So you can see 1 is there how many times? 1 time. 2 is there how many times? 2 times. 3 is there how many times? 2 times. 4 is there how many times? 2 times. 5 is there how many times? 1 time. Okay. And 6 is there how many times? 1 time. 7 is there how many times? 1 time. Okay, but for this, now this is called as membership testing. This is called as which one? Membership testing. How many times a given member is there? So 1 is there how many times? 2 is there how many times? 3 is there how many times? Now that you are counting. Now this is helpful when you're doing which operations? Statistical operations. But what you did first, you converted this list into what? Set. After converting list into a set, every time you are reading one value from set and counting how many times that value is there in what? List. And you are printing value along with the count. You are printing value along with the count, right? Yeah, this is a basic example of membership testing here. This is called as membership testing. So this is a solution for this. Okay. Now there are a lot of operations, okay, which you can do it by using which one? Set. We'll see like how to work with the set in detail, right? Membership testing and removing duplicates and performing which operations? Mathematical set operations like intersection, union, difference and symmetric difference. We'll see all these operations, but not today, but we'll see tomorrow this, right? So today we'll stop it here and tomorrow we'll continue this, right? Thank you. We'll see tomorrow, right? You ask your admin here. Admin, you ask admin, he'll send it. Okay, right. Yes. Mutable, right? बताएंगे